Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today we're reviewing Boss Fight Studios Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S Lands Orc Female Orc Ravager. I'll read or attempt to read historical documentation, some difficult words to pronounce possibly on the back here. So far these creatures are the only ones known to dwell on the borders of the blasted lands and have survived. Almost 1,000 of them occupy a fortress known as Gorpalk, I think, Jaragia, the Palace of Corpses. From here these orcs send out war parties and have terrorized the land around for hundreds of miles, rendering the approach to the blasted lands almost as treacherous as the lands themselves. The Knights of Accord attempted to take the palace during their foray into the blasted lands a generation ago. They obviously didn't succeed, and the approach to the castle is littered with their remains, though strangely not all their remains. Temporal log. Who built the Palace of Corpses and to what end? It is a massive, over twice the size of Castle Accord, and the techniques used in its construction, such as unbuttressed domes and stained glass, are supposedly unknown at this point in time. Interesting. So, as I keep saying about the Boss Fight Studio stuff, you can just do the plastic, slide out, and you can keep the lovely artwork and the story log without having to damage it. Let's take out this Blasted Lands female orc and have a look. If you've got the male version, it's really nice. I've got a review on that somewhere else on my channel, which you can look up and find. Okay, so this is just a red version of the green female orc. So let's have a look at the accessory. Shield we've seen in the orcs already. I do like this wooden shield, very atmospheric. Bit of light brown dry brushing on the wood will really make it pop out. Maybe some inking to shade it. Club is the same as well. Again, perhaps a touch of paintwork on there. And the knife we've seen, and it's nice that they got the two tones on the different tone on the brown handle and the black knife. But again, perhaps a bit of dry brushing to distinguish the colours more. Here the base and alternative hands with a different articulation. Head sculpt, just a red version of the orc one. You may want to use a brighter white and touch up the teeth coming up from the bottom, the fangs. And then we have the figure itself. Now this head sculpt with the skull mask I really like. They've done a fantastic job with this. The armour we've seen before, so we've seen this on like the skeleton for example. This comes with some of the elves, so it's a good use of repurposing existing stuff. Articulation we know is going to be fantastic on Boss Fight Studios. So the arms will go up quite high. She can do taekwondo for the Olympics just about. They are very well balanced. They stand very, very well, very easily. But some things will be there for hours, sort of doing the knees and the ankles and knees to try and make them stand up. Boss Fight Studios are generally very good. Not all. Some can be difficult, but these ones are very, very easy. This is a nice atmospheric figure. There is no side to side on the ankles unfortunately, but there is a forwards and backwards. Mine are a little bit loose, but fortunately they're still tight enough to get a nice stand-up position. If I arm her up with her, let's use the club since she's an orc, the club and the shield, she'll look very, very atmospheric, very nice indeed. This would be a great addition to any Blasted Land Orcs force or army that people are building or thinking of building. They're expensive with the guys being more of an exclusive. This shield, there has a strap, but there's nothing that comes with it. But there's no round the arm sections to keep it in place. They literally do have to hold the handle, which is a bit more problematic. I don't like bending the fingers to get them in place, because one day the worst happened, it will snap. Okay. So if I get her into a nice sort of pose here. Again, because her ankles are a little bit loose, when you add the extra weight of the shield and club, she's a little bit off balance. But she does look really, really atmospheric. Really, really nice. So the ankles again, a bit loose. I'll have to tighten those. Probably with a bit of glue sometime. She looks really good, really nice looking figure. Just a little bit of paint perhaps to make some of the contrasts pop out a bit more, but she is very nice looking figure. Just a shame the ankles are too loose on her. Okay, so let's put on the, or give her rather the knife, and let's change her head over to the other one. Now the fact that they give alternative heads is such a plus and bonus, because it means if you buy 2, obviously you can have 2 different heads. If you buy 3 and 4, you can swap the different weapon combinations around. There she goes again, and you get a nice variety of different figures from the one pack, from the one blister pack here. Very, very nice figure. Just a shame that the ankles are a bit loose, but again they can be tightened quite easily if you know how. Using a little bit of glue will make that a bit stiffer. Okay, this is a great figure from Boss Fight Studios, Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S. This is the Blaster Lands Orc, female Orc, the Orc Ravager. Very, very nice looking. Please like and subscribe. If you want, you can share the video too. This is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying stay happy and keep collecting, and I'll be back shortly with more awesome action toy reviews. Okay, bye bye.